Nice churning of words, right? जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन ब्रजजनरञ्जन यमुनतीरवनचारी यशोदा यशोदानन्दन ब्रजजनरञ्जन यमुनतीरवनचारी यशोदानन्दन जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन ब्रजजनरञ्जन यमुनतीरवनचारी यशोदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krish श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा मैया की जय, श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह स्वामी प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, श्रीमद् भगवद गीता ग्रंथ की जय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरौ श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोस्तुते तप्त काञ्चना गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। प्लीज रिपीट आफ्टर मी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। 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 नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रे। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः। नमो ब्राह्मण्याय देवाय गौ ब्राह्मणाहिताय च जगद्धिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Looking karoti vachalam pangum langayati girimit kripatamaham vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Shri Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Om Pavitro Pavitro Va Sarvavastham Gatopi Va Yat Smaret Pundarikakshah Sahabhya Bhyantaram Suchi Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu. Hare Krishna. Thank you all for coming. Thank you very much. So, last week we discussed till the end of Karma Yoga. Sakama Karma Yoga, Nishkama Karma Yoga. Sakama Karma Yoga means I'll do things, but there will be some expectation on the result. Nishkama Karma Yoga means I will do, but without any expectation on result. Result is not in my hands. Karmanyavadikaraste ma phaleshu padatana ma karma phala heturvut mate sangostu karmani. I will not, result is not in my hands. I will still do my duty, right? Detachment. And I will be very fixed. And then Krishna also spoke about, in the previous verse, he spoke about how Vedas are useful and how most of the portion of the Vedas is to prepare us towards bhakti. But necessarily it's not bhakti. A lot of ritualistic things are there. Rituals ultimately will help us become Krishna conscious, will help us in bhakti. But rituals itself are not bhakti. Right? So, then Krishna tells that rise yourself above all these rituals, O Arjuna, because anything you do in this world will create bondage. Last week we discussed on length, on bondage. Any activity which doesn't have God in it is only going to create trouble for us. And what is the trouble? We will come back to enjoy the fruits of that activity or enjoy the punishments of that activity again and again and again. So it's very important we try to keep every activity Krishna-centric. That is the way to get out of this world. Aham Bija Pratapitaha. He is the one who has given us the soul. Rather, we are the soul. We are not this body. So, Lord Krishna is explaining, if you want to go out of this material world to the spiritual world, it is the soul that travels, not the body. Body is given by Shiva Parvati. Lord Shiva and Parvati. They are the ones who give the body. Right? They are the mother and father of the entire material world. There's no doubt about it. But Swayam Lord Shiva is telling that if you have to cross this material world, then you have to worship Vishnu. Because he himself tells Ram Nam in Varanasi very clearly. Vaishnavanam yatha Shambho. Among all the Vaishnavas, Lord Shiva is the greatest. Right? So all the devatas are preparing us to go out of this material world. All the devatas, Surya Devata, Varuna Devata, Vayu Devata, Agni Devata, Ganesh Ji, Hanuman Ji, everybody is telling only one thing: become a devotee of Ram and go out of this material world. Don't do any activity without keeping God in the center, because it will create bondage. Right? We discussed about that. Now Arjuna is going to ask some very intriguing questions towards the end of second chapter. He is going to ask who is the Sthita Prajna, meaning somebody who is a fully fixed devotee. How do you identify him? How does he walk? How does he talk? How does he think? Right? Something very essential for us. So we'll discuss about that with text number 54. Arjuna uvacha Sthita prajnasya ka bhasha samadhi sthasya keshava sthitadihi kim prabhasheta kim ashita vrajeta kim. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Repeat after me. Arjuna said, O Krishna, what are the symptoms of one whose consciousness is thus merged in transcendence? How does he speak? And what is his language? How does he sit? And how does he walk? You might be thinking, "Ye kya chal raha hai?" Why does Arjuna want to know how does he walk? How does he sit? Is this some kind of yoga exercise or what? No. How does he walk actually means how does he deal with the material world? When we walk out of our house, how do we deal with the material world? Right? How does he speak? Means what is he choosing to speak? What are the subject matters which are important for a devotee as compared to a non-devotee? Right? So it's a very deep question when Arjuna is asking, tell me Krishna, how do I identify your devotee and how do I understand his activities? Let's hit the purport. As there are symptoms of each and every man in terms of his particular situation, similarly, one who is Krishna conscious has his particular nature, talking, walking, thinking, feeling, etc. As a rich man has his symptoms by which he is known as a rich man, as a diseased man has his symptoms by which he is known as diseased, or as a learned man has his symptoms, so a man in transcendental consciousness of Krishna has specific symptoms in various dealings. One can know his specific symptoms from the Bhagavad Gita. Most important is how the man in Krishna consciousness speaks. For speech is the most important quality of any man. It is said that a fool is undiscovered as long as he does not speak. Remember this sentence. Huh? It is said that a fool is undiscovered as long as he does not speak. And certainly a well-dressed fool cannot be identified unless he speaks. But as soon as he speaks, he reveals himself at once. The immediate symptom of a Krishna conscious man is that he speaks only of Krishna and of matters relating to him. Other symptoms then automatically follow as stated below. Srila Prabhupada ki Acharyas actually help us understand this word. They give us Shastra Chakshu. They give us an understanding how to understand Shastra. By ourselves we can't understand. Chakshu means vision. Right? So when we learn Vedas, when we learn Bhagavad Gita, Puranas, we understand the world with the vision of the writer of the Purana. Right? He will influence our vision. He will make us see the truth as it is. Otherwise, surrounded by differently minded people, we can never see the truth. People who come to Satsang will understand Bhagavad Gita. People who come to Satsang will understand Bhagavatam. Outside, no matter how much you try, you cannot. How many people agree that people who go to medical college actually become doctors? Do we need a research here? No. Because they are taught how to diagnose a patient, how to identify a patient. How to identify a disease. And most important thing is we need like-minded people. To make any spiritual progress, we need like-minded people. Actually, having like-minded people is the greatest wealth that we carry. The person sitting beside you is actually your greatest wealth because he is like-minded. In this satsang, you are surrounded by like-minded people. You know how much relief it gives when you are with like-minded people? How long will you argue with people who don't agree with you? Huh? You want to lead a life arguing? सुबह से लेके शाम तक ये अर्धन जैसे करा ये what is this समझना क्यों नहीं समझ कितना you'll be tired. Whole life we actually look around for like-minded people. Everybody around is looking out for like-minded people. So having like-minded people is actual opulence. But to also understand what kind of like-minded people you have is also important. Dushasana was also around like-minded people only. Having like-minded people itself is not enough. First of all, what mind are they carrying is also important. Okay? Being surrounded by pious people, being surrounded by people who are having gratitude, gratefulness towards God is very important. because they remind us of the right things in life. Okay? So in bhakti also, we should be surrounded by devotees. When we are learning Bhagavad Gita, we should be surrounded by devotees. Otherwise, even if we want, we can't make too much progress. We need that extra support, we need that extra push, we need that extra motivation. Right? I am motivated to buy this, but to read this, I need help of others. Like textbooks in the school. Right? I never liked some subjects in my life, like mathematics. I don't know, somebody likes mathematics here, but I used to hate mathematics. So the only way I could study is when somebody used to sit beside me and he used to say, I know you don't like it, but keep going forward. So there used to be this trigonometry equation, right? A square plus b square is equal to whatever, and then is equal to this. Prove this. You done that? Anybody? I used to hate that, what is there to prove in this? And why should I prove it? Some fellow wrote it, why should I prove it? So one exam, what I did, I was not prepared. So I took this one, then I went to 2 steps. I expanded that. A square plus b square, a by b into square plus c, I went 2 steps. Then right wala also I went 2 steps. Then left wala I went 2 steps back. Right wala I went 2 steps back. And I said hence proof.
So one question, sir. You said that we should have company of good religious people, pious people. We should have company of those people. Does that mean that we should avoid those people who are not having this type of inclination?
Eventually, yes.
Or should we try to convince them, and should we try to bring them to our fold by meeting them? What is correct actually?
Yeah, we should try to convince, we should try to tell them, but only at a certain point. Only at a certain point. Because not everybody is ready for all levels of consciousness. They are respectfully in their level of consciousness. So, probably it's very simple that we tell our children, don't associate with smokers and drinkers. Yes, your child can go and tell them, smoking is bad, drinking is bad. He can tell them. But if he starts going to bar with them or pubs with them, and then sitting in the pub, he's telling, don't drink, no? Don't smoke. No? Then one day what will happen? He'll also start smoking and drinking. Satsang is very powerful. So respectfully outside the pub you can tell, don't smoke, don't drink. Don't go inside the pub. Right? So we should know how much we should associate with people who are not inclined towards spirituality. We should know how much. Beyond that, we don't need to. Voluntarily, we don't need to be like them because we already were like them and now we are trying to come out of it and we're trying to do something better in life, better with our consciousness. So voluntarily, we don't need to go beyond. Yes, we have to, for example, when we conduct this satsang, this kind of satsang, we send an ad, we send a pamphlet that this is what we are going to do, please come. Whoever comes here, then we speak and we discuss all those things with them, right? But whoever is not coming, why should we go and discuss? They are already declaring that I don't want to come. Yeah, we'll motivate them. एक बार आके try तो करो, इडली खा के तो देखो कैसे लगेगा, ठीक है? But if still they are like, no, I don't have time. Yeah, they don't have time. That's the reason we are telling them. But they are not ready for it. So then you should respectfully pray for them. What you should do? Pray for them. Krishna, please give them some attraction so they can come and learn about you. They can also get the same happiness that I am getting going to a satsang. We can pray for them. But we should not increase our material association because it's dangerous. For example, yesterday I went to my office, outing. Once in a year, I think 2-3 times we are doing it now. Yesterday we went to a place called Annakshetra. That's somewhere near Sevilla. So the entire office went, so I was one among them. And I had to go because I'm an important person in the office. I have to go. If I don't go, it's not the right leadership showing thing. So they were getting onto the stage, they were trying to sing, They were trying to tease each other. They're trying to have fun. They called me also. They said, "Can you sing one song, Bollywood song?" So I tried to remember. I said, "Okay, I'll sing a little." I sang 4 lines, and I said, "Okay, I'm happy." And then I came down, and they started continuing, teasing, playing, doing, jolly. They are in that mode. In that between, I cannot go and tell, "Oh, I am drinking a glass of Magyan, Timran." They throw stones at me. I'm like, "What nonsense is this? I've come here to enjoy." Right? So, we should know how much, what we want to do, where we want to do. But necessarily doesn't mean that I go there and start dancing in between them. I don't have to. I can dance in my satsang also. We do better dance in the satsang. So I can choose how much I want to associate. We should be like the lotus in the water. It is touching the water, but it is not touching the water. Right? What basically you're doing is you're protecting yourself. I'm not telling you you're pure than others. Forget about the thing, I'm pure than others, so I should not. No. I'm not pure. I'm the most impure. Most impure than them also. But I am here to achieve a goal. I want to achieve some important goal. So for that goal, I have to maintain a certain lifestyle. And that lifestyle helps me. Again. So then I choose to, Naire Baba, keep bekar. I don't want. One day, they will also choose that lifestyle. We will tell them that consciousness. Recently, there was a discussion in the office that, okay, employees' health is going down. Everybody is, having digestion problems, especially youngsters, because they all live in hostels. And hostel food is poison, practically poison. There's nothing there in it. So what should we do? And untimely food, no sleep, lack of sleep. What should we do? Then this time Diwali gift, we will not give another sweet to spoil their health. We'll give some health gadget. So we bought everybody watches. What is it? Health watch? What do you call it? Smart watch. So it measures the number of steps and all that, right? So it's better. They bought me this. You can see that? It's actually a gadget. It is measuring some things. I'm not marketing it, don't look at it. But something to do with health. And then the discussion came that we have to provide one meal for the employees. What meal we should be provided and all that. Then I thought, okay, Krishna is acting here. Let me think what we can do. So I proposed, lunch is not a good idea because elaborate lunch and all that. I said, why don't we think about an early dinner? Everybody talks about it, but never does it. Right? Because you'll end up working till evening, you go home, you're very hungry, you eat the entire biryani and you're done. Right? Then we said, okay, so let us think about an early snack. Early snack. Something around 4:30 or 5ish. Snack will be only unfried items. Like poha, upma, something like that. Hot, little pulao, something like that. Unfried items. Then my boss was like, this fellow has the agenda, something is doing. No problem, let him think. He's a nice person. So I told him, I have a person who cooks with a right consciousness. It is Prashad. That is a secret, It's getting recorded. So whoever is getting, maintain it like a secret. So the point is very simple. It was Karthik Prabhu, the one who cooks here. I told him, every day start sending prashad. So we made a menu. 3 items. But most important thing, he chants 16 rounds every day. He prepares it fresh at 1 o'clock, 1:30, brings it by 4:30. He offers it to Krishna, Radha Krishna. I told him, intensely do 1 round when you are, so that Krishna will honor it. Srimati Radharani will give it to Krishna and Krishna will honor it and then bring that thing here and then we'll serve in the office. So we started. Last Kartika Purnima on Wednesday we started. It's a big hit. They are enjoying like anything. All employees, 4:30 they are telling, sir, we don't feel like having lunch also now. I said, don't have it like dinner also. Because I'm only telling you it's a snack, it's not dinner. but they're eating like dinner. You know, they like, because I tell you what, the consciousness behind it, they're not getting it. Behind the food, there is consciousness. There is a happy person prayerfully making it. There is not a frustrated person angrily making it. Right? If you go to a hotel, that fellow just made some paneer butter masala. Hey, another order, another. Hey, please, he is angry and frustrated. What will come in that food? Anger and frustration will come. When you eat that, you will feel that. So everybody are eating and they're telling, can we also get some for lunch? Can we do something? I said, first have this. You know. So now I'm thinking, okay, now Krishna is entering all of them in the form of prasad. Right? Now after 1 month of consistently having that prasad, then I will send a pamphlet in that office. So every Thursday evening, Bhagavad Gita class for 1 hour. Who all is interested? From 6 to 7 o'clock in the office, in a conference room. Let us see what Krishna will do. Because that changes the consciousness. Over a period of time, that changes the consciousness. Prasadam actually works. Without even our knowledge, there are many people who just change their consciousness eating honored prasadam. Because Krishna acts through that. Our tongue is the most difficult thing to control. It likes to eat, it likes to talk. Right? But here Prabhupada is saying in the purport, speak about Krishna. Devotees speak about Krishna to control the tongue. Everybody likes to talk, no? Blah, 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 blah. Everybody wants to talk. Instead of that, speaking about, this movie, that politician, this recession, that tariffs, whatever nonsense, speak about Krishna. Speak about God. Oh, I heard this thing today. Last week we learned some concept. 3 kinds of knowledge. Can you even repeat what we learned? What is the first kind of knowledge? Sambandha Gyan, Abhideya Gyan, Prayojana Gyan. Sambandha Gyan means knowledge of relationships. Abhideya Gyan means knowledge of process. Prayojana Gyan means goal. Prayojana means goal. Right? Which is the deity which helps us in Sambandha Gyan? Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan. Which is the deity which helps in Abhideya Gyan? Radha Govinda Dev. Right? Which is the deity which helps us in Prayojana Gyan? Radha Gopinath. Right? Now you all learned this. You can go and tell others. Right? You can just tell, I have learned something. All Vedas, there is Sambandha Gyan, there is Abhideya Gyan, there is Prayojana Gyan. In this question that Arjuna is asking, Krishna, please tell me, how does a devotee walk, how does a devotee talk, how does he live? What Gyan is he talking about here? Process, okay. Sambandha also, right? And he is also little bit asking about the goal. Little bit, but focus more is on Prayojana, Abhideya, process. Main focus on process, right? How a jiva can get attached to Ishvara. So that is the relationship. How does he what is the process he has to follow? How does he speak? How does he talk? How does he live? What does he eat? All these things is part of the process. See, slowly we are trying to understand, knowledge from a different vision. Shastra's vision. Right? So these are we learn. So when we learn this knowledge, we can talk about it. We can go and tell, hey, I learned something. Do you know this Abhideya Gyan, Prayojana Gyan, Sambandha Gyan? I don't know. Okay, I'll tell you. Right? And this you can see in all bhajans also. Any bhajan written by any great devotee has the same thing. Prayojana Gyan, Sambandha Gyan, Abhideya Gyan. Right? So let us see Krishna's answer. So Arjuna is asked, how do I identify a devotee? So Krishna is going to answer. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Prajahati Yada Kaman Sarvan Partha Manogatan Atmani Evatmana Tushta Sthita Prajnastatochyate. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, O Partha, when a man gives up all varieties of desire for sense gratification, which arise from mental concoction, and when his mind, thus purified, finds satisfaction in the self alone, then then he is said to be in pure transcendental consciousness. Purport. The Bhagavatam affirms that any person who is fully in Krishna consciousness or devotional service to the Lord has all the good qualities of the great sages, whereas a person who is not transcendentally situated has no good qualifications, because he is surely to be taking refuge in his own mental concoctions. Rightly said herein that one has to give up all kinds of sense desire manufactured by mental concoction. Artificially, such sense desires cannot be stopped. But if one is engaged in Krishna consciousness, then automatically sense desires subside without extraneous efforts. Therefore, one has to engage himself in Krishna consciousness without hesitation. For his devotional service will instantly help one onto the platform of transcendental consciousness. The highly developed soul always remains satisfied in himself by realizing himself as the eternal servitor of the Supreme Lord. Such a transcendentally situated person has no sense desires resulting from petty materialism. Rather, he remains always happy in his natural position of eternally serving the Supreme Lord. So, Provision Mataji is, if you have to entertain somebody, how difficult is it? Have you tried to entertain anyone? क्या किया? Entertaining somebody. Is it easy?
As long as you know what that person likes.
But still, how long can you? And whatever good things you have. Suppose you can tell a joke. You told a joke. Ha ha ha, very nice. Tell next joke, na? Okay, another joke. Ha ha, tell next joke, na? How long will it take? After some time, what do you think? A joke or what? Entertaining people is very difficult, Prabhu. It is such a austerity. It's such a painful thing, Comedians go through depressions. A lot of comedians of this world, they actually are in depression. We don't know that. They come out and speak and make people laugh, and the great Indian laughter challenge, the great this, the great that. You know how much depression they go through? Because they are trying to put so much effort to be who they are not, to show you what is not true, or what is artificially or temporarily is giving happiness. And there is so much pressure to make you happy. So much pressure. The so-called, famous comedian these days, Kapil Sharma. How many of you know that he is a depression patient? He's a big depression patient. He told it in many interviews. He became an alcoholic, then he couldn't do what he has to do. He had so many issues, and he became a depression tablets. He's taking maybe or not. So how many of you can see that? He comes out on the stage. His relationships are all messed up. Rarely he is able to revive them now. I'm telling one example. What is Williams? What is his name? Robin Williams. He's known for his comedy movies. He's known for his amazingly good acting. Oscar winner for comedy movies. You know what he told? He committed suicide. The person who made the entire world laugh is dying alone, committing suicide. Do you see any problem here? We are living in an artificial world. Everything is artificial outside. Provision materials. I can tell you one thing. Sitting here, I am not in any pressure. Because I am not here to entertain you. Sandran, I am not here to entertain you. I am not here to get an impression also. अरे प्रभु जी क्या क्लास बोलते हैं, छी क्या बात करते हैं, डजंट मेक ए मैटर. सुन रहे? Because what am I doing? I am reading Bhagavad Gita. Forget about you, how much you are liking it, I am liking it. Every morning, sit down and read Bhagavad Gita for 2 hours. It gives me a lot of satisfaction. And when you do it, you'll also find a lot of satisfaction. When we keep Krishna in the center, you don't have to entertain anyone. He will take care of it. Sorry? Why our ancestors were very happy and satisfied? They never entertained anyone. They kept Krishna in the center. They kept Harikatha in the center. That's it. And the Harikatha took care of the entertainment. Like when you go to a theater, for 3 hours you are relieved. Oh my God, I don't have to entertain. That fellow will entertain. You don't have to worry. Is your family being entertained or not? Some people even go beyond that. Look at the family. Are they getting entertained or not? Right? Making sure you better get entertained. You're trying to hold on to people. Why you want to entertain people? Because you want to hold on to people. Because you want them to become your followers. Lot of stand-up comedians or so-called motivational speakers, their actual motto is not to help you. It's entertaining for you, which is beneficial for them. Please subscribe my channel. Right? Please hit the like button. Please write some comments. Please this, please that, please that. You don't have to please. You don't say please when you're giving genuine content. People anyway subscribe. Right? But they're artificially. Why am I telling all these things? Is because when there is no Krishna, you have to put so much effort. To do so many things, so much effort you have to put. But when you keep Krishna in the center, Prabhuji, everybody sitting here can become a speaker. You are a speaker. You are not a speaker when you are trying to create your own speech or trying to give something there is no Krishna in it. That is where the problem is. Prabhuji, can you talk? Talk, na? I give you Vyasasan, here is a mic. Talk. मैं क्या बात करूँ? मैंने क्या बोला तुम्हें बात करना है? मैंने बोला भगवद गीता सीखो, भगवद गीता पढ़ो. समझ रहे ना? We don't need to feel any pressure if you have to read Bhagavad Gita. What is there to feel pressure? Open the Bhagavad Gita, read the Bhagavad Gita. Dehinosmini tali, ekamaram yamaram. Bol. Ho gaya. And whatever purport is there, read it. That's your class, that's your own swadhyaya, that's your own education. Prabhuji and Mataji, when you bring Krishna in life, lot of pressures go down. Because we don't have to lead a life to please anybody except Krishna. And if Krishna is pleased, the whole world is pleased. Because he is the root. When you water the root, entire tree is nourished. You don't have to do anything extra. A devotee does that only. That's what Krishna is telling. A devotee focuses on the root. He takes care of his family to please Krishna. He keeps his focus on Krishna. If you try to focus on your wife or you focus on your husband, you focus on your child, you will be frustrated, that person will be frustrated. I can guarantee you that. With experience I'm telling you. Is my wife happy? How can I make her happy? How is she not happy? You are not happy. No, I am trying to make you happy. You are not showing that you are happy. I am happy. No, you are not showing that you are happy. Where is this going? Biggest problem is you are trying to do something that you cannot. You cannot. Instead, keep Krishna in the center. Do service to please Krishna. Engage her also, him also in Krishna's service. Everything will become normal. You don't need any counseling, relationship counseling, marriage counseling. What the marriage counselor tell? If you go to a marriage counselor, some of you, you're not married, but still I'm giving you some information. What will he tell? आप बात करो एक दूसरे से. अरे वही तो नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. That is the reason we are coming to you. No, you should sit down and talk to each other. What we should talk to each other? How to make banana juice with watermelon in it? Nonsense. What marriage counseling are you trying to do? I'm just asking a question. When the goal is same, when the marriage goal is same, when husband and wife they keep single point goal in between them, there is no need for counseling, Prabhujis and Matajis. When together they do some things. Not 100%. 5% do together. Na? 5% things do together. For example, me and my wife, we have very different nature. Very different nature. Extremely different nature. After getting married, when we showed our charts, that fellow was like, how are you staying together? He's very different nature. But when we do common activity, then all the differences can consolidate into that common path. We chant together. Right? So many things, we try to do together. It's difficult, no? To do things with a person who is not like you is very difficult. Anything you say, uska ulta hi sochenge, opposite person. Right? Anything. And you're like, So, okay, there are differences, but keep Krishna in the center. Keep Krishna in the center. And do it around Krishna. As much as possible, bring God into your life. Automatically everything is taken. That is what is needed in society today. And the one who keeps Krishna in center is called Sthita Prajna. That's all. Sthita Prajna can be understood in a very complicated way. But simplest way to understand. Who is in Samadhi? The one who keeps Krishna in center is in Samadhi. Sitting in a, take a JCB and make a big hole and go sit inside, put mud on the top. That's not Samadhi. That's not Samadhi. That's some kind of yoga, meditation. That's all. Samadhi means complete fixed in consciousness at one single point, lotus feet of Vishnu. That is Samadhi. Right? Samadhi means you are not thinking of anything else. For example, every mother is in Samadhi when she is taking care of her child. Understand Samadhi, because the word Samadhi is very misrepresentedly told in the society. He is taking Samadhi. Kya matlab he is taking Samadhi? He has left the house, he is sitting in some drainage manual inside and is doing meditation. So how does it matter? That is not Samadhi. Sitting there also he can think, when is the next movie releasing? What happened to my job? Will I get leave? All this nonsense you can sit. Samadhi means to be fixed in your consciousness, provision master. Sthita Prajna means one who is in Samadhi. Right? One who is in Samadhi. Like a mother, she is in Samadhi when she has to take care of the child. A young child, when she holds in her hand, she is in complete Samadhi. How to feed this child, how to make sure the child is peaceful, how is his stool, what is he eating, everything. She's totally fixed on it. That's a kind of Samadhi only. Krishna consciousness is Samadhi, is actual Samadhi. When in everything we are thinking about Krishna. Provision Mataji, you are coming to this class. Some of you are coming for 3 years, some of you are coming for 2 years, some for 1 year, maybe for 1 month or 1 day also. You all should go into Samadhi, keeping Krishna in the center. Then you will be happy in life. Samadhi doesn't mean I will not talk to outside people, I will not, go around what other people do. I will do, but, in everything there is Krishna. You have to keep that. You have to think, Krishna is now in charge of my life. What is he doing with me? Then life will become so interesting. No? Like today evening, after I think 18 or 19, how many years? My God, 97. 30 years, right? 28 years. I'm meeting my friends, my college friends, my degree college friends. 97 se kitna? 30 or 20? 30. 28 years. After 28 years, I'm meeting my friends. They told there is alumni, ajare. I never went. But now I felt, this time one of the persons called me, he said, I had a big fight with him in the past. Mukha fight also. College days. He called me and said, hey Anna, why are you not coming? City only, right? Come, we are all meeting. Then I was thinking, what is Krishna going to do with me today? Why is he making sure that I go to this alumni? Right? So let me see. I'll share with you next week what happens. But my focus is very simple. I want to see how can I give Krishna to them. I have no other business. How can I give Krishna to them? How can I motivate them to go to a Satsang? How can I motivate them to read Bhagavad Gita? Right? Maybe we'll discuss about, good old times, some, nut-cut things that we did in the class, some silly things that we all did in our colleges. Right? So we can do all those things. We can do with that friends. Friends are that, na? Speciality about friends is what? They just take you back in age. What you were is what you are even now. For them, there is no difference. You can't go and tell, I'm an HR and fan. Who the hell cares who you are? And that's the point about friendship, right? So you should never lose friends. But those are the friends you can also give them Krishna. They'll also accept. 3 of my friends are chanting 16 rounds and initiated also. One from school, one from college, one from my past office. Okay? I just introduced them to Casey, and after that they picked up. They are more advanced, far advanced than what I am. Because they are more connected. You never know who is in what situation. So when you give Krishna to others, you will feel Krishna's presence more. Right? We should also do that. I'm sure here, Mataji, she brings so many other Matajis here, right? She does that, right? Hare Krishna. And there are a few more Matajis who bring each other. You go and tell somebody, Hare Prabhu, aun, ake beto na, class suno, Prabhu sikoge. This activity actually gives you more blessings of Krishna. Even if one person is coming, we should try, don't torture. Target mat lagao. That I have to bring them. No, you just try. And then somebody comes, then Krishna gets pleased. Krishna thinks 2 things when you do that. Number 1, oh, he's serving me. This soul in this life has started serving me. And second thing he understands, this fellow is actually convinced. What is the proof of your conviction? When you give it to others. There is a proof. Right? When you see any benefit from it, then you go and give it to others. Right? You don't give things which are not beneficial. For example, if prasad is really horrible here, you don't go and call people, Rara, Tinu, eat. You will not tell them, right? When it's really nice, you go and tell, hey, please come and have prasad. Please, it's very nice, like that. Philosophy is nice. It's related to you. You are able to relate in your life. That's when you go and tell others. And when Krishna sees that you're going and telling others, he understands. Okay, he understood. He understood till here. Okay, let's go to the next part. Let's go to the next chapter. So Krishna raises our chapter on chapter on chapter of consciousness, looking at how much we are accepting the philosophy and how much we are sadachar. One is sadhana and sadachar. How much we are actually following it. For example, I'm trying to put a little peer pressure here. Why don't you wear a dhoti and come to satsang? Why don't you? What is stopping us? खरीदो अच्छा लगेगा ना something different धोती पहना उल्टा पहना सीधा पहना क्या फर्क पड़ता है धोती में advantage is there is no उल्टा सीधा whichever direction you wear it is straight only right and I tell you Prabhuji and Mataji the small things will give you so much conviction in what you're doing wearing a tilak wearing dhoti something devotionally inclined clothes. When you wear, you are doing 2 things. You are sending a message to Krishna that I am convinced to now tell it to outside people also that I am convinced on this philosophy. Right? And I am also creating an environment here which is showing the same pattern, ambience, the same feeling we all carry when we look at each other. Sorry, what I am saying? These are little steps, little. Prabhu, I have started eating 1 meal only prasad. Even though I am living in hostel, 1 meal is only prasad. Something like that. Right? Or Prabhuji, I am reading 15 minutes Bhagavad Gita every day. Before I go to office. I kept a Bhagavad Gita on my office desk. I go there, okay, there is a photograph. Okay, I have a cabin. Some people may not have a cabin. Because I have a cabin, there is picture there. I go pay obeisances in my cabin and then I sit down. There is also good habit of starting the day by reading 1 shloka and 1 purport. Then keep it aside and then start your day. Let us see what Krishna has to speak to you. Right? Or there is a nice calendar, quote of the day. The quote of the day or today's Bhagavad Gita quote or today's Bhagavad Gita shloka. You can also maintain that. Just how much time does it take? 2 minutes. 5 minutes. But that's a very good culture. We have that culture, Baba. Even if you go to any Marwadi shop, first thing that he does is he cleans the altar, keeps flowers there and does the agarbatti, business badao, and then he starts the business. Again, there is a blessing involved there. That's a part of our culture. We should not forget that culture because we are going to software industry. We should not. There is a reason for doing that thing. Every day in the morning starts with waking up the Lord. Morning starts with making something for the Lord. Whatever you make to Him, we also get it. Morning starts with Mangalarti. Morning starts with reading something nice. Huh? Overflow. Yeah. So, we can start our activities with something related to God. When you start thinking like that, that means you are Sthita Prajna. How does he walk? How does he talk? How does he sit? Right? Means what? What is the question that Arjuna is asking? Krishna is going to answer. The one who is Krishna conscious is Sthita Prajna. In everything, keep Krishna. And when you do some nonsensical activity, which we will do, which we have been doing, right? We will get a guilt feeling. I'm going to Satsang, still I'm doing this. See, what kind of nonsense person I am? Right? No problem. That guilt is Krishna consciousness. And one day this knowledge, the right association and guilt will remove those bad habits. We don't have to worry about it. Don't worry about don'ts, worry about the do's. Chant every day, read every day, associate every week, be friends with devotees wherever you are. You don't have to work on bad habits. Apne aap ho jayega. We don't have to, now I'm going to do this. Kuch nahi hone wala. You tried it many times. Just be around the right people. Be with a Sthita Prajna, you will become Sthita Prajna. Right? And sense gratification is part of our nature. We will do sense gratification. But instead of we focusing on our sense gratification, focus on the senses of Krishna. Hrishikena Hrishikesha Sevanam Bhakti Ruchate. Hrishik means senses. Hrishikesha, controller of the senses. When I use my senses to serve the controller of the senses, that is bhakti. As simple as that. Right? When I use my senses to make something nice, cook something nice for Krishna, to please his senses, that is bhakti. And automatically I will also find the happiness. Okay? Repeat after me. Hrishikena Hrishikesha Sevanam Bhakti Ruchate. As simple as that. Even working in IT company, working in any shift, you can be Krishna conscious. Krishna consciousness is consciousness. It's got nothing to do with, I'll sit in this direction and chant. Prabhu, one person was asking me, Prabhu, as per Vastu, which side should I sit and chant? I said, you sit and chant. Forget about Vastu, which side you are sitting. Right? Vastu is for person who wants to, have a conducive environment for doing Vastu. There's nothing wrong with Vastu. But if you are Krishna conscious, you don't have to worry about Vastu too much. Kya kar lega Vastu? What can Vastu do? Huh? Your house will become a hell. Good, na? You'll chant more rounds. You'll get frustrated, you'll chant more rounds. No problem. Bad situations in life are the perfect situation to increase the number of rounds. Okay? Once one person went to astrologer. I told, please look at my astrology. He said, oh, baapre, tera to band bajne wala hai. Shani Devata is sitting on your head. You have to do this puja urgently, urgently. If you don't do this, you are gone. So, really? Sir, please save me. Please, you have to do this. Tomorrow morning only you do. Nice day tomorrow morning. Okay, what I should do? Just get 5,000 rupees, because I have to get all the ingredients and this and that and do that puja. He said, sir, I need this puja, but I don't have 5,000 rupees. He said, 5,000 rupees? I need 5,000 rupees, nahi la sakta. No, sir, I don't have 5,000 rupees. But I need this puja, please help me. Okay, I want to help you. 2,500 rupees. Get tomorrow and we'll do the puja in a subsidized way, whatever. Sir, I don't have 2,500. 2,500? What do you want me to do? Okay, sir, simple, bro. Whatever simple you can do, please. Shani is coming, it will destroy me. You are only telling, please do something. 500 rupees. I'll do this. 500 rupees. Never did it for anybody for 500 rupees. I'll do this thing because basic ingredients I have to get right. One kela I have to get, one this I have to get. It is that much we should do. Shani Devata, you are trying to get rid of, your whole life to be destroyed. I'll do 500 rupees. Sir. Hey, 500 rupees. Yes, sir, 500 rupees. Hey, 50 rupees. One nariyal I'll bring. One nariyal. We'll break that nariyal. 50 rupees. Sir, 50 rupees. Then let the Shani Devata come, na? What will he do? You don't have 50 rupees also. What will even Shani do? If you have something, Shani can come and remove it. Because 50 rupees will aim big that Shani Devata. You understanding, right? So, bad situations, it's a good thing. Let him come and do. Cab mein paas, kuch bhi nahi. What will Shani come and take? Tell me. Huh? I have a frustrated husband. What more can Shani do? A frustrated wife, irritating child, one disputing neighbor, one psycho boss. Between all these things, I want to do Shani Puja. For what? For what you want to do Shani Puja? Already Shani to tere charo taraf hai. A disease I am carrying, I am having this, I am having that, this alignment. What Shani Devata Puja are you trying to do? Only a devotee can understand these things. A devotee looks at the essence. Materialistic people and devotee. Materialistic people try to make the world favorable for their enjoyment. For that they will do Shani Puja, for that they'll wear a stone, they'll wear this, they'll do that puja, this puja, all these adjustments so I can enjoy in this world. But a devotee already understands, you can't enjoy in this world. This world is not for our enjoyment. Dukkhalayam shashvatam. Kya pagal ho gaya kya? Yahan kya enjoy karenge? Right? Just imagine, when you know that you can't enjoy this world, will you enjoy this world? Then you'll actually enjoy this world. Huh? You'll actually enjoy this world. When your expectations are too low, rock bottom, yahan kuch bhi seedha nahi hone wala hai. I'll make idli, it'll come like a dosa. I don't know what to do. Right? Whatever I do, it'll go wrong only. Then how much you'll enjoy? Right? Like if you think, I'm going to get married, Krishna told Dukkhalayam shashvatam. Somebody is going to come and give me dukkha. Right? So I have to choose who is going to give me dukkha. This girl or this girl, this boy or this boy. He is going to give me dukkha. Of this there is no doubt. I am ready. Get married. Then after that, if he comes and gives you a flower, you'll feel, how did this happen? How did this happen? Your expectations are so low. Actually, you are dealing with reality. The reality of this world is Dukkhalayam shashvatam. There is nothing here. You will never find somebody who will give you happiness. Only on the day of marriage you will find that happiness. While you are taking the pictures, selfie, seeing that video. After that, band baja chalu hoga. Then you understand what is this, what nonsense, why did I get married? Right? But if you understand Krishna's philosophy, you can use that marriage in Krishna's service, then you'll actually enjoy that marriage. You can use that job in Krishna's service, then actually you'll enjoy the job. You'll enjoy your life also. Krishna consciousness is very practical, Prabhuji. Very practical subject matter. Especially A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada has made it so practical. In any situation, you can serve Krishna. Any situation, you can serve Krishna. Devotees are put in a jail. They are doing satsang in jail. Good, na? No disturbance. Right? Just imagine, I'm in a jail. Amazing opportunity, right? 20 people, they can't run also. Right? They all have to sit there only. And I can sing Jai Radha Madhava. Hey, kya kar raha? Meri marzi. Kunja Vihari. After 4 days, they'll also Jai Radha Madhava. They'll get used to it. I can finish 18 chapters. Right? They'll finish the entire series. We can have multiple satsangs during the day. Jail is such a good situation. So if your expectations are low, if you're not trying to keep too many expectations in life, then material world will be like Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha. Kuntha means anxieties. Vai means no anxieties. A place where there are no anxieties is called Vaikuntha. Right? A jail also can be Vaikuntha. If your expectations are really low. Rohi is going to get married very soon. Already low. Point is, keep it low. I'm telling you, realistically I'm telling you, it will never happen. Only in movies you will see. Only in music. Husband is going to the office, wife will tell, I love you darling. Yes, I love you too. I went to office 25 years, nobody told me that. I don't know where this is. Maybe one time, by mistake. But don't live in the artificial world. This world is only centered around our own happiness. Everybody is trying to be God here. Everybody wants to be happy. You are there to entertain me. That is the ingrained consciousness. How will you be happy together? Huh? होने वाला है क्या? नहीं होने वाला है. Some devotees हैं. Prabhuji, I am coming to Satsang. Why are you coming? No, I want to come. What about your husband? What about your wife? No, they are not interested. Why they are not interested? No. Actually, it's not that they are not interested in God. They are not interested in you. And you are also coming because you are not interested in them. Something you are trying to do. But when you try to serve each other, then the interest also will come together. We should not think that our husband or wife is not Krishna conscious. Everybody is Krishna conscious. But we are actually creating an atmosphere which is not motivating them. We make extra pressure here, na? Get a dabba, na? Take it for them. It's tantric prasad. Krishna. पूरा डाल के लेकर आए इसके अंदर, लेकिन खिलाओ. You keep making him eat. Every Saturday morning, take this prasad, give it to your partner or your friend. Do it for 4 Saturdays. 5th Saturday he'll ask, nahi laya kya? Why you didn't bring today? He'll wake you up Saturday. Hey, go to that place. Attend and get the prasad. Prabhu, I'm telling you, it works. When you create that positive environment, automatically people will come. So Siddha Prajna means what? The one who is Krishna conscious. The one who keeps Krishna in between everything. I'll read the translation again. Krishna is telling, the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, O Partha, when a person gives up all varieties of desire for sense gratification, which arise from mental concoction, and when his mind thus purified finds satisfaction in self alone, then he is said to be in pure transcendental consciousness. Finding satisfaction in self alone. Self alone means what? You know what's going to happen. You are self-satisfied inside and you are seeing the world in the right vision. Then you are satisfied inside, no matter what happens. Something is going wrong also, you are like, मेरे को मालूम है ऐसे होने वाला है कि नहीं? So you know, you have a right expectation, right disposition, right consciousness. Nothing will go wrong. Text 56. Duhkeshvi anudvigamana Sukheshu vigataspraha Vitaraga bhaya krodha Stitadhir munir uchyate. One who is not disturbed in mind, even amidst the threefold miseries, or elated when there is happiness, and who is free from attachment, fear, and anger, is called a sage of steady mind. What answer God is giving? Krishna is telling, who is a person with steady mind? The one who doesn't become too much happy when something good happens. The one who doesn't become too miserable when something bad happens. And threefold miseries. What are the threefold miseries? Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika. Right? Trishul is there, na? Durga's Trishul. 3 miseries. Adi Daivika, Adi Bhautika, Adhyatmika. What is Adhyatmika? Miseries caused by your own mind. What is Adi Bhautika? Miseries caused by other living entities. What is Adi Daivika? Miseries caused by material nature. Earthquakes, tornadoes, material nature is causing miseries. Adi Bhautika, some other people around me. They are creating, or mosquito is creating problems, some other living entities. Right? Adi Bhautika and Adhyatmika. My own mind is creating problem. Everything is good, but this mind is not happy. Right? So these three miseries are there in the Trishul of Durga, and she is Maya Devi. She pokes, anybody who's trying to enjoy it. Right? So somebody who is a devotee, when he gets all these problems also, he understands. Oh, this is what is going to happen. It's not like he becomes insensitive. Don't think a devotee is insensitive. Like somebody dies, devotee does marna hai tha, kya farak padta hai? No. You know what a devotee should feel when somebody dies? He lost a great opportunity to become Krishna conscious. He took human birth. He lost a great opportunity to become Krishna conscious. Maybe Krishna would have given him more opportunity. Oh Krishna, I pray that he becomes a devotee in next life and starts his Krishna conscious journey. Right? Our prayer should not be to ridicule anybody. Our prayer should be to help somebody. That is a consciousness. Recently there was a horrific accident that happened near Chevella. You heard of that? Oh my God. Like 18, 19 people died in a spot. Right? And I heard there were like mother with a 2-month-old baby, sitting there, completely done. Three members in the family gone. That all happened in a fraction of a second. But this is material world. We are all supposed to die 1 hour the other day. And death comes in the most weirdest ways. Right? When in the world you would have thought that I will die by hitting conker on my face? It was carrying that conker, that grinded stone. It was carrying. The accident happened, all the grinded stone came into the bus and everybody was hit on the face, and that impact only they would have died. Forget about anything else. You take one stone and you hit on your face, how much pain? Just imagine, whole load of conker at a pace of 80 kilometers or 90 kilometers speed coming onto you. Such a horrific death. But death is going to come. Some or the other way it's going to come. Who would have expected that kind of death? Right? How are we going to die? Do you know? We don't know. Any time it can come. And death is right there. Padam yat padam nate sham. This material world, at every step there is danger. Bhagavad is saying. Every step. So, point is, when I know that there is going to be danger, when I know that everything is going to be miserable, then what am I trying to celebrate here? Right? I got promotion, increment and this and that. Okay, I got nice, good. I'll get some more money. So I can use that for going for a yatra to Vrindavan. I can take somebody with me. I can buy some Krishna. I can donate it to a temple that's coming up. Right? So in every good thing that happens, you are seeing how can I serve Krishna. And anything bad happens, anything really bad happens. For example, there is what is his name? There's a devotee. He's a German, actually. He's a German born. So he was a Krishna conscious devotee. In Germany, he was serving. He's a disciple of Sachinandan Maharaj, if I'm right. And his wife and 2 children he had. He was serving, he was doing a job, everything. But he had a tremendous desire that he wants to be full-time. He wants to, not work for anybody outside, just work for Krishna. He had the desire inside. Wife was also a devotee. They had a road accident. Wife and both the children died on the spot in Germany. Right? And then what did he do? Of course he cried. Of course he felt the separation of his wife. Then he understood, okay Krishna, you have given an opportunity to become full-time now. So he came and he became a temple president of ISKCON New Vrindavan. Even now he is a temple president of New Vrindavan in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, border of Pennsylvania. What am I trying to tell here? It's definitely a material world. We are going to see something bad, Professor Mataji. Nothing good is going to happen here. Nothing good is going to happen. Keep that in mind. Your body will deteriorate. Your wealth will also become a trouble for you. No matter how much you accumulate, you will not find peace. Everything is only going to go down. Like when you go to a traffic signal, it is green. Means what? You can go. Right? After that, what color will come? Amber, something like yellowish color will come. Right? After yellow, what will come? Red only will come. After yellow, will green come? No, red only has to come. Simple. We have taken birth, green. Next, what will come? Huh? White hair means what? Amber आ गया? No, you can't go and paint green on the traffic light. Hey, green है, yellow नहीं है. आ गया, already आ गया. इसका मतलब चालू हो गया. Band बजना चालू हो गया. After that, what will come? Red. Death only will come. Don't think I'll become young again. Jawani, Diwani. नहीं बजना. वो movie होता है. Understood? No matter what you do, this is going towards the end. No matter what we do. How it is going to come? Whether we will be intimated before, like Parikshit Maharaj, that you are going to die, or whether we will not. And if you are intimated before, what am I going to do with it? How much more focused I will become? Very, very important. Last week we were discussing about that Mataji. Last week only, right? Barsana Mataji. How focused she was at the time of death. मेरे को और कुछ बकवास बात ही नहीं करना है. I don't want to discuss with my husband also, any devotee also. I only want to discuss about Krishna consciousness. I only want to hear bhajan. I only want to discuss about that. Be prepared to leave. Bhishma, when he left his body, completely resolute. Right? Yudhishthir Maharaj, everybody came. They chanted Vishnu Sahasranam first time in front of Bhishma. Even now we chant Vishnu Sahasranam. Where is it coming from? Mahabharata, in front of Bhishma. Right? That is what we should become. Because we should know what is going to happen in this world. Sthita Prajna means a person who knows this truth at every point of time. Right? You're seeing something, immediately you'll understand. Like for example, Pushpa 3 will come. Some nonsense story they'll create, Pushpa 3 will come. Your friend took you to see that movie. You're sitting there. In between the movie, what am I doing? What am I trying to entertain here myself? For 2 hours, this is taking me into an illusionary state. But after the 2 hours, same Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi is there. Samajhe? This consciousness when we get, that what we should use our life for, how important is this every minute in our life, how important is time. We have limited life, we don't know when death is going to come. Let me become Krishna conscious, focused. Maybe today is the last satsang. Do you know today is the last satsang? It can be. It can be. For me, this might be the last time I'm speaking also. After, मर गया. उसके बाद क्या? अरे प्रभु जी मर गया. मर गया. हो गया. What did you do after? But what am I doing before that? In what state of consciousness did I lead a life? That determines your next destination. Right? Krishna tells the consciousness that you yetamam prapodyante tam sateva jamya. How you lead a life is the destination that you go to. You can't cheat God. You can't cheat God. Right? Once one person, now is the Ayyappa Mala time, right? The Prabhu has come. Everybody put Ayyappa Mala. It's good. But consciousness, when you put that Ayyappa Mala, what is that consciousness? I'll enjoy like anything. What nonsense is that? Understand? I have seen some very good devotees who wear Ayyappa Mala. They are actually, they maintain the same standard throughout the year also. Then it is beneficial. Slowly we should think of that. For example, we all Krishna conscious devotees, when we wear Kanti Mala, we don't eat onion and garlic. It's not 40 days, 365 days. There is no discussion on that. Right? Or what we choose, we are at all times. Or at least we should aspire to be that at all times. Then only that is, beneficial. Any vrata, not only Ayyappa Mala, any other vrata also. The vrata should be, the principle behind the vrata should be throughout. Then only it is a clear message to God. Otherwise it's like elephant bath. Elephant bath, right? Elephant, it goes and takes bath for how long? 4 or 5 hours it takes bath. Use it. Pura it does elephant bath. 5 hours of samadhi bath. After that, what does it do? It comes out of the river, then rolls in the mud. Pura, it throws mud on it. What is the point? One fellow in office, he was not criticizing anyone, he was also wearing some mala. And we were having a discussion, he told, after mala, I will tell you the right words. 40 days I can't speak, those ABCD words I can't speak. 40 days. After that, tera band bajana. Where are you? If that is what is in your mind, That is what you want to tell. Then what is that mala trying to do? Okay, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. We should do some austerity. Take the initiative. That's a very good, appreciable thing. No? Appreciable thing. But that should continue. It's a tapasya. That we should continue. Whatever we do, we should continue. Okay, some vratas we do a little extra. That extra you can't continue throughout. But the principle behind it, you should continue. Right? So then when you continue it without any deviation, it's called tapasya. Completely Krishna conscious. Right? I will never deviate this. That's called Krishna consciousness. So a person who is equally minded, even minded, admits the threefold miseries, even is not elated when there is happiness, is free from attachment, fear and anger, is called a person with steady mind. Right? He is called Sthita Prajna. How to understand who is a devotee? The one who is undisturbed. Now, you might say, Prabhu, you are coming to Satsang, still you are getting disturbed. When did I say I am a devotee? We are not trying to become a devotee. Wearing these clothes doesn't make me a devotee or you a devotee. Okay? We will never know that we have become a devotee. Let me also tell you that. If somebody asks me, Prabhu, are you a devotee? No, I am not a devotee. I am trying to become a devotee. And a devotee will always think like that till he dies also, that I am trying to become a devotee. He will never know that he is actually already become a devotee. That's called devotee life. Sorry? There are 4 levels of consciousness. One is, what is it? Come on. I was going to tell, it was there in my mind, it just became blank. Unconsciously incompetent. Consciously incompetent. Consciously competent, then unconsciously competent. 4 levels. Okay? What is the first one? Unconsciously incompetent. Incompetent. I drink, I speak bad words, I do all nonsense, I'm incompetent. And I'm unconscious also. That I don't know how bad I am. I don't care how bad. My life, my dude, my life, You see all those people, right? One side shaved, one side hairstyle, all that. Confused lot. They don't know what to do. So that kind of people, go and tell them, like unconsciously incompetent. They are incompetent, they are unconscious, they don't even know. Then one day they'll come to Satsang. Somehow, some Prabhu or Mati, Prabhu please come, or sit down, learn. Hare, so many good things he is speaking, so many good things are there in the Bhagavad Gita. So now what is he? Consciously incompetent. Still he is doing those things. But he is conscious now. Hare, there is something better. But I have so many bad habits. He is incompetent but conscious. Next comes what? Consciously competent. Meaning, he will change his habits. He will say, oh no what? Okay, I will try to lead a very simple life. I will not try to do things to attract others. I will try to do things to attract God only. I will try to lead a good sattvic life, good, good habits, everything. So now he knows that he is doing it. Right? So he is conscious of the good things. He is also doing the good things. So consciously competent. That is the third stage. And when you become Sthita Prajna, when you become what Krishna is saying, unconsciously competent. That you don't even know how good you are. You don't even know, or you even want to know. You are getting up 4 o'clock in the morning, you are chanting your rounds, you are doing your Mangalarti, you are doing your reading, you are doing this, like a routine it has become now. Taking decisions, keeping Krishna in the center has become your habit now. You can't think of, Prabhuji, there is amazing opportunity in Bangalore, do you want to come? Prabhu, which side of Bangalore? No, it's in that Gangan Halli. Wait a second. Is there any devotee living in that area? No, I don't know. Is there any satsang? No. Prabhuji, you're getting 14 lakhs here. 20 lakhs you're paying. Sir, okay. I don't need it. I'm fine here. If Krishna wants to give me 20 lakhs, he'll give me also. No problem. I want Krishna. I don't want Maya. You understand? You're depending on God. Yeah. By getting that extra 6 lakhs, if I'm losing Krishna, then what am I gaining? For me, this is more important. My preparation towards my death, which can come anytime, is more important than trying to lead a life which will never give me happiness. Trying to understand? When you take a decision which takes you away from Krishna, no matter what you gain from it, is only going to create more bandha, more bondage. Yajñārtha karmano anyatra loko yam karma bandhanaha tadartha karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachara. All your decisions, there is Krishna in it. That means you are so unconsciously competent. I have seen devotees. My God, their decisions sometimes are bewildering to materialistic people. And you can't judge a devotee. One devotee, he sold 2-3 things that he had and he bought a wonderful villa. Amazing villa. And then I asked him, why did you, what was that? He said, Prabhu, I want to preach to high class people. I have that thing. I think I can connect with them. He bought a big villa, I don't want to tell how many crores. And now he's conducting satsang. 2 satsangs in that house. If you see his villa, it's like a temple only. You go inside, pray, everywhere there is Krishna only. Altar is so beautiful. Right? And the people around there, they all invest big money in their houses to make it look beautiful. They all come to him and say, our house is nothing in front of your house. Right? And they all are coming and sitting and he's preaching, he and his wife together they are preaching. And there are so many people becoming Krishna conscious. But if you see how they are leading a life, they lead a very simple life. Their life is simple. But the extravaganza that looks like an extravaganza is actually in service. So Krishna never told be a beggar. You don't have to be a beggar. You can do your service by earning money also. By being so don't judge a devotee by his externals. Sthita prajna doesn't mean that you have to get rid of everything and be away from everything. Don't isolate yourself, insulate yourself. Can you repeat that? Don't insulate yourself. That is bhakti. Isolation means what? I will not go anywhere. I will not go. No, Baba, Maya, I will not go anywhere. No. You go outside, but first insulate. Insulate means what? Like your mobile charger, no? Before coming here, first thing you get up in the morning, what do? Charge your mobile. So throughout the day it should last, no? First thing what you should do? Chant my 16 rounds. If I chant my 16 rounds and hear a little bit of Prabhupada's lecture, read a little and then go outside, no, I cannot do anything. I can guarantee you. But if your consciousness is all, mixed up and, you're not able to follow your morning sadhana and then you go outside, do 4 rounds, I have to do 16 rounds, 4 rounds I've done, I've gone outside. Automatically I look at movie posters, automatically somebody will tell me something, automatically I'll be interested in so many other things. Automatically my senses are uncontrolled. Kyun? Charge nahi hua na? When the mobile is not charged, what will happen? It will die. Same concept in bhakti. Sthita prajna means somebody who will be fully charged in Krishna consciousness at all times. Anger will not come to him. Frustration will not come to him. Greed will not come to him because it's clear. You understanding what Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita? Let's read the purport. The word muni means one who can agitate his mind in various ways for mental speculation without coming to a factual conclusion. Muni means what? One who can agitate his mind, with all speculation without coming to any conclusion. Usko muni bolte hain. It is said that even muni has different angle. Every muni has a different angle of vision. And unless a muni differs from other munis, he cannot be considered a muni in strict sense of the term. Right? Muni, ये 4 muni बैठे मतलब क्या है? 4 different directions, 4 different. Hatha yoga, Patanjali yoga, this yoga, that yoga. Mine is better. Homeopathy, allopathy, Ayurveda, this pati, that pati, kiska pati, malum hai. So you like different thoughts and discussions and this. So they're called muni. Muni means the one who has a different. I'm not telling anything negative. I'm telling a trait of a muni. Nasva Rishir Yasya Matam Na Bhinnam. Mahabharat Vanaparva 313.117. But a Sthitadhir Muni, as mentioned herein by the Lord, is different from an ordinary Muni. The Sthitadhir Muni is always in Krishna consciousness, for he has exhausted all his business of creative speculation. He is called Prashanta Nishesha Mano Rathantara Stotra Ratna 43. Or one who has surpassed the stage of mental speculations and has come to the conclusion that Lord Shri Krishna or Vasudeva is everything. Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlava. He is called a Muni, fixed in mind. Such a fully Krishna conscious person is not at all disturbed by the onslaughts of the threefold miseries. For he accepts all miseries as the mercy of the Lord, thinking himself only worthy of more trouble due to his past misdeeds. And he sees that his miseries, by the grace of the Lord, are minimized to the lowest. Similarly, when he is happy, he gives credit to the Lord, thinking himself unworthy of the happiness. He realizes that it is due only to the Lord's grace that he is in such a comfortable situation and able to render better service to the Lord. And for the service of the Lord, he is always daring and active and is not influenced by attachment or aversion. Attachment means accepting things for one's own sense gratification, and detachment is the absence of such sensual attachment. But one fixed in Krishna consciousness has neither attachment nor detachment, because his life is dedicated in the service of the Lord. Consequently, he is not at all angry even when his attempts are unsuccessful. Success or no success, a Krishna conscious person is always steady in his determination. Nice purport. You all understood what Prabhupada is trying to tell? For example, there is a sannyasi. His name is His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, one of the senior sannyasis. He met with a heart stroke, very massive heart stroke, I think in 1998 or something like that, or 2008 maybe. I'm forgetting the exact year. He can tell, I'm serving you Krishna, why did this happen to me? I'm paralyzed, I can't even go. No. He took that as an opportunity to serve more. Even now, he struggles with so many multiple organ, failures, transplants, this, that, but he's continuously traveling around the world and serving Krishna. What does it mean? Externals don't matter. He understood internally. This was going to happen anyways, but why don't I use it in Krishna service? Right? There is a sannyasi Maharaj, his name is Bhakti Raghav Swami Maharaj, right? Now he's an American, and Prabhupada brought him here to serve in India. And once there were dacoits, who tried to conquer the temple, and Naxalites kind of dacoits, they had guns, everything. They had bombs also. So they attacked the Mayapur temple. At that time they were going to blast the deity of Radha Madhav, So he picked up the deity and he was trying to go and they threw a bomb. He lost his leg, amputated. Now he only has one leg. He goes with one leg. Did it stop his Krishna consciousness? No, he's more resolute. He's 70, close to 80 years now. Every morning, 3 o'clock he gets up, he has a whole set of deities, he worships those deities, then he chants around, then he does Mangalarti, then he gives classes. Every morning, 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock, he'll say, Bhakti Raghav Swami, go to YouTube and see, his class will start. Simple person, simple by heart, pure Krishna conscious devotee. Right? Externals don't matter. Actually, they see a devotee, Prabhupada is telling a devotee sees that when difficulties come, how a devotee thinks, I deserve more, but Krishna has somehow subsidized it. This whole roof was supposed to fall on my head and break my head. But one leaf fell from the top. One small stone, it fell. Krishna. No, thank you, Krishna. But actually, I deserve the whole roof to fall. He gave me a small stone. That is how a devotee's consciousness is, because he actually understands that. He never thinks that I am greater than others. He always understands that I am the worst fellow. Because he knows you can't lie to yourself. No? You can't lie to yourself. Krishna knows, no matter what we are posing outside, I can't lie to myself. A person who is lying to himself, nobody can help him. The last person you want to lie is yourself. At least in front of God, don't lie to yourself. You can lie to yourself in front of everybody. I am very pure, I am very nice. In front of God, no. There is actually a prayer in Sri Vaishnavas. When they open the deity of Ranganath, they do a prayer, and then they open the deity. I don't know that prayer, but I heard that from a very senior Sri Vaishnava devotee, The prayer actually means, I am the most useless fellow with third class face and horrible, things. I have no good consciousness. Oh my Lord, please get up and give me your darshan. Right? Something like, really ridiculing yourself and really telling your actual disposition. Then Krishna also will, see your face and he'll see your prayer and he'll say, okay, both are matching. Correct only. He'll say, yeah, correct only. You are actually being truthful in front of God. Oh Krishna, I am so lusty. Oh Krishna, I am so greedy. Oh Krishna, I am so sinful. Krishna, these qualities are not going out of me. All the anartha, there is a Ravana. That Ravana had 10 heads. I have 1,000 heads. Right? So please save me, Ram. Hey Ram, please save me. When you go with that disposition, then Krishna also will attract mercy. Humility attracts mercy. Sincerity, truthfulness attracts mercy. So when you go in front of God, the prayer should be truthful. Don't try to pray as if you're trying to impress somebody. Bhajan, Kirtan should be sincere when you are singing Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. When you are singing like this, in the words there is a sincere prayer. That Hare, my dear Radharani, please tell your husband Krishna, please tell your beloved to save me, give me some service. No, please tell Rama to give some pleasure, to give some spiritual experience for me, so I can serve better. And the prayer should be in your prayer, in your bhajan. Then it will attract the Lord's mercy. Trinadapi sunichena, tarorapi sahishnuna, amananiya manatena, kirtane sana. Trinadapi sunichena, more humbler than grass. Taroriva sahishnuna, more tolerant than a tree. Amananiya manatena, giving respect to everybody, not expecting respect in return. When you carry these 4 qualities, kirtane sadahari. Then you do kirtan sada. Unending kirtan you can do. When you have this quality. And Krishna will also accept your prayers. But we are trying to get to that point. A devotee never says that he is a devotee. If somebody is telling him a devotee, he is not a devotee. It is not possible. It is not possible for somebody who is humble to go and tell, I think among all of us I am the most humble. Does it make any sense? We bolta hai se. I am the most, Prabhu, can't you understand? I am the most humble person. Can't you see my humility? I am sitting down and eating. Can't you see? You are sitting up and eating. I am humble. Right? Humility is a quality that only identified by Krishna. And a devotee brings all the great qualities, just a period of time. Just be in the right association and all your devotional qualities will come out. Actually, everybody is a devotee. Everybody, every single soul is a devotee. He forgot Krishna. That's why he called conditioned soul. It's like air conditioning. We have metallistic conditioning. Air conditioning is what? Pura ekdam ek hi temperature jata hai. You have conditioned the air with a certain temperature. In the same way, metallistic conditioning, your metallism has entered your head. I am this body, the body is to enjoy. I have to make properties, I have to have good name in the society, everybody should praise me, I should be the youngest billionaire in Gachibowli. All those things, materialistic conditioning. I am the most good looking, my nose is the most greatest, my head is the most greatest, my hairstyle is unbelievable. What is that? Materialistic conditioning. A materialistic person gets up in the morning, he goes to the mirror and he is like, mere se sundar aur koi nahi hai. But a devotee, when he gets up in the morning, he opens his eyes and he says, Krishna, thank you for waking me up. There are so many people today morning who did not wake up, who died in the sleep. Oh Krishna, I am so grateful. You woke me up. Do you think like that? Start thinking like that. When you get up in the morning, open your eyes. Krishna, thank you for giving me one more day to become Krishna conscious. Thank you for giving me one more opportunity to become Krishna conscious. Thank you for waking me up. That means you are giving me this day to serve you. Thank you very much. You start your day with gratitude and you see how happy you will be throughout the day. Okay? You go in front of the mirror, you look at your face and say, this face is only going towards red signal. I told you, right? Green, amber, red. What is the use in feeling anything good about this face? This is Maya. Actual face is inside, right? Which is our soul. And I will use my soul in service of Krishna to find happiness. Rishikena, Rishikesha, Sevana, Bhakti. Right? So this is Sthita Prajna. Sthita Prajna. If somebody asks what is Sthita Prajna, okay, tell me a few points. In the last 1 hour I've been telling what is Sthita Prajna. What did you understand? Yes, the person who is fully conscious of Krishna. And any other points? Yes.
The person who tells I am humble is not really humble.
Yeah, the person who knows, how, what is his real state. He is being truthful in front of God. Sthita Prajna. What else?
Not too happy, not too sad.
Not too happy when something good happens, not too sad when something bad happens. Yes.
Fixing mind.
Hmm?
The person who is unconsciously confident.
Yes, the person who is unconsciously confident. Wow, you learned that concept, no? Very good, good. Yeah. Anything else, Prabhuji and Mataji?
Fixing mind.
Hmm?
Fixing mind.
Mind is fixed. On what? Krishna. Yes. What other qualities of Sthita Prajna?
He's not very sad with the 3 miseries or the
3 miseries also doesn't affect him. He knows, anyway it's going to come. I have this, I have that. What are the 3 miseries? Adibhautika, Adhyatmika, Adidaivika. Yeah. Who else is Sthita Prajna? Undisturbed mind. Yes. Mind is not disturbing him. He is fixed, resolute. The one who is in Samadhi.
The one whose association makes others Sthita Prajna.
The one whose association will influence others to become Sthita Prajna. Yes.
For any activity, we have to keep Krishna in the center.
Keep Krishna in the center.
Consciously conscious.
Prabhuji?
Consciously conscious.
Consciously?
Conscious.
Conscious, yes. He is consciously conscious. Why not? Yes. Anything else that went to your thoughts today?
keep the expectations so low.
Keep the expectations so low. Prabhu, this formula works. Mataji, both काम करता है formula. Really. You keep the expectations low, you'll always be happy in life. Always be happy in life. Your expectation should be every morning burnt upma. Right? You get up in the morning. आज फिर वही सड़ा हुआ जला हुआ उपमा खाना है. And then you go to the dining table. You feel so happy, na? हाँ? है कि नहीं? Yes. Anything else? Focus on do's. Don't focus on don'ts. Don'ts are not in your control. You can't. I want to leave this, I would have leave that. No. Once one devotee used to come, he used to attend, I used to conduct classes that time. He used to come and sit in the front, like this Prabhu, Pranay Prabhu. He used to come and sit in the front. But he was a chain smoker. Every 2 hours he has to smoke. And my class doesn't end in 2 hours, that is the problem. I told this in the past. So he used to come and sit. In between he has to smoke. So then he used to cross and go all the way back, because the door was back. Right? And they'll go and smoke, and the pungent smell that comes, people who smoke, they don't know how much pungent smell it comes. Actually, others know it. I don't want to call it fragrance, but whatever word you want to use, smell. So he used to carry that again back and come and sit in the front. So one devotee, other devotee told me, Prabhuji, what is this Prabhuji? He's smoking and coming. Prabhuji, he's coming to Satsang, why is he smoking? And I told him, that is why he's smoking. That is why he's coming to Satsang, because he wants to get rid of smoking. He wants to become a better person. So Prabhuji, bahut smell aa raha hai. Okay. So one day, I was not telling him, he only came and told me, Prabhuji, you know that I smoke, right? I know you smoke. It's okay, you can come to Satsang. Of course you can come to Satsang. What is the problem coming to Satsang? People have so many other habits. But I told him, you can do one thing, Prabhu. You can do one thing. Don't sit in the front. Sit in the back. So that, when you're going, you don't have to take the trouble of going through everybody, and you don't have to carry that smell up and down, and maybe somebody else might become uncomfortable with it. You can sit in the back. I'll speak loudly, you can hear. No problem. I said, "Oh, okay, I'll do that for you." So he started sitting in the back. Then, he told me, he only came one day and he said, "Prabhuji, I have decided on the day of Satsang, during the Satsang, I am not going to smoke." So then he started coming and sitting in the front because he likes to sit in the front. So he told, during the Satsang, I am not going to smoke. For 4 or 5 hours, me coming, bhajan, class, prasad, everything, 5 hours time, I will not smoke. Good. Then one other day he came and told, "Prabhu, no smoking on the day of Satsang." I laid a resolution. On Friday, we used to do Friday evenings there. Friday, no smoking on Friday. I told my mind, very good. Nice. He is only voluntarily trying. Because what is he doing? He is doing the do's. He started chanting 16 rounds. He started reading. He started doing everything. Then one fine day he comes and says, "Prabhuji, only one day in a week I'll smoke. I'm trying to do that. It's working for me." Then he came and told me, "Prabhu, one day in a month." I said, "Prabhu, छोड़ो ना, 1 month in a month क्या? Identify करोगे क्या? You don't have to, put it on. Correct only ना? Why 1 day in a month? He left smoking. He smoked for 14, 15 years. No other technique solved it. The only technique that solved it is positivity and acceptance. Right? We don't have to find faults in others. Encourage them towards the good. They'll become good. What is the problem? And see the good side. In spite of having all these faults, they're still coming in and sitting in the satsang. Means what? They want to change. When you go to hospital, you get treatment. Will you go and blame in the hospital? "Hey, what kind of infection fellow is coming? Tell that fellow outside." And he's coming to hospital. Satsang is a hospital. Satsang is a place where only the people with all faults have to come. You all have faults or no? If you don't have faults, don't come. Then only you come. I have a lot of faults. So you come here, then you become a better person. Encourage each other. I also did some nonsense once, There is a festival we do in Boston. When I was living in Boston, Prabhupada arrived in Boston. So there is a place where Prabhupada arrived. There is a port. The Prabhupada boat from India came, it stopped there, and Prabhupada got down from that boat. He didn't enter Boston. He just got down at that port. And then he stayed for a few hours. Then the boat went to New York. Prabhupada actually, came out of the boat in New York and he took the visa and then he went into America, established ISKCON, everything. So even now, they celebrate the Prabhupada Boat Festival in Boston on that day when Prabhupada arrived to Boston and he got down to the place. So we were doing that festival. That was first year of Krishna consciousness going there. So there was one American lady. So when we are in the boat, the boat they do kirtan. So they hire a boat and they write that boat name as Jaladuta. That is the name of the boat. And then we do kirtan in the boat, we do chanting in the boat, we do class in the boat. The boat is going around the Boston harbor. It comes back around 4 or 5 hours of boat journey. And we do all kinds of devotional activities there. So I was the first year in Krishna consciousness. I was like hearing the class. Nice breeze. I said, okay, let me go and see the breeze for a minute. So I went a little outside and saw below, in the second, lower level, the 3-level boat. So I saw it down. One Mataji who was, attending the class doing kirtan, little elderly American lady, she was smoking there. She was smoking there. And I was like, hey, what is this? She's wearing tilak. She did kirtan just now. She's smoking. I'll go and tell the temple president. I'm the police wala of the satsang. I'll go and tell the temple president. Because I want to give some critical information which will create a lot of benefit for the society. All nonsense, right? Materialistic thinking. So I went to the temple president. I went and told him, Prabhu, I have to tell you something. Something very horrible happened. He said, what happened? Prabhu, I don't know how to tell. Hey, tell me, what happened? So I was creating all that drama in front of the punchline. He said, Prabhu, don't think otherwise. I saw something you should not have seen. What did you see? He was worried. Was there a hole in a boat or what? What did he see? Why is so much, concern? And I went and told, Prabhuji, you know that Mataji, right? That Mataji. Which Mataji? That Mataji. Sits in the front. Does kirtan, harmonium. Yeah. That Mataji, yeah. You know what? You don't know her. I don't know. I know her for many years. No, you don't know her. What happened, you tell me? She was smoking, Prabhuji, I saw her. So what? Huh? I thought I revealed a Sherlock Holmes, some big discovery that I told. And so, how can she? Why not? She has a habit, Prabhu. She's trying to give up. She's trying to give up. She's coming to Satsang. I know her very well. She's a wonderful devotee. She does so much service, but she's addicted to the nicotine. She's trying to come out of it. You have a problem with it? I said, no, I don't have a problem. Then why? Go now, go do Kirtan. That day I understood how to see the other person. You can see good qualities or you can see bad qualities. You can be a bumblebee or you can be a housefly. You can be a bumblebee or you can be a housefly. What is the difference between a bumblebee and a housefly? Can anyone tell?
Housefly always sits on dirty things. Bumblebee takes nectar from everything.
If you see a gutter, पूरा gutter जा रहा है, drainage. In that drainage there will be a flower. Somehow the flower is growing. I don't know how. A bumblebee will go to the gutter, sit on the flower and take nectar out of it. Right? Whereas you keep all nice things and one dirty thing there. One housefly will go and sit on the dirty thing only. He'll find the dirty thing only. So devotee means a bumblebee. Non-devotee qualities means being a housefly. I want to see bad in others. I can see so much bad in others. If you little bit you put your observation, you can see so many bad in me also. I can see a lot of bad in you also. Right? But a devotee means somebody who sees good in others and encourages that that good. Of course, sometimes you have to correct also. When it is really bad, you have to tell in a very nice, respectful way, because we want others to become a devotee. So when you're going and sharing Krishna consciousness to others, don't try to find faults in them. Fan the spark. They say fan the spark. Then it becomes fire. It's a small spark. Somebody is reading, something, he all the time browsing and reading. You can go and tell him, you have such a good quality of reading. I can't read, I only see, but you have a good quality of reading. And you say, yeah, you can read so nicely. Why don't you do anything? I have bought a nice book for you. A Science of Self-Realization book I bought. You can read that also. Because you have very good quality of reading. I would not have given this book to anybody else. Because they don't read, they just give. You are a great reader. Why don't you read it and tell me how you feel? Encouraging, taking the book, you'll read also. Right? Then become Krishna conscious devotee. Somebody singing nicely. And you saw that quality in him. You can tell, wonderfully you are singing. You have that sense of singing. You have everything. Why don't you try kirtan once? We do nice kirtans. You can come and sing a kirtan with us. And people become devotees just by singing kirtan. Somebody is cooking. He cooks very nice. Right? You go and encourage him. I don't experience any better cook than you. You are the best cook. Right? Can you do one thing? I want you to cook for our satsang. One dish. I want to go and show how good friend I have, how nicely you cook. Just one thing. Don't put any onion garlic in that and you make the best dish. I want to give it. Offer it to Krishna. Suddenly that quality is being employed in service of Krishna. Right? So everything that we do, even office work, planning, Excel sheet, MPP plan, Microsoft project plan you are making, that also can be employed in Krishna service. If you see an opportunity to use it. Somebody makes good presentations. Somebody uses good chat GPT. Somebody makes good apps. You can use it in Krishna consciousness. You can make something that is useful for this satsang. You can make something that is useful for the upcoming temple. Fan the spark. And automatically you will see how people, Krishna consciousness will come out of them and they'll become a devotee. You want to say anything? Let's right? No, tell me, what is that?
When we are reading about, when you are telling something, I just thought of ChatGPT. You said no ChatGPT. Even ChatGPT is a better devotee than many others.
Yes.
Why? Because when we type Hare Krishna, it will type Hare Krishna with the pranam also. And when you ask about Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, it will tell about the mantra and it will tell this is the essence of life. With this you can achieve the purpose of life. It will explain everything. Even when I was learning this Namaste Narasimhaya, I asked it. It will give clear line to line meaning, word to word meaning, and every meaning also. So whenever I want to learn any kirtan or anything, I will ask, I want to learn this. Tell me line by line, word by word, and in Telugu tell me, in English tell me like that. It will give very clear explanation. And when we are, and the next day we are starting again, it will say Hare Krishna, may you have the Lord's blessing, like that. It will tell us.
See? Yeah. Actually, I'm not expert in that, but one of my friends who is very good at it, his name is Suraj Prabhu, he told me that if you keep asking questions on ChatGPT in the right pattern, at one point it becomes Krishna conscious ChatGPT. The algorithm plays in such a way that it will start answering according to your area of questions. It stores all the memory of, am I right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, it has that way of, if you ask nonsense, then it becomes a nonsense ChatGPT. It will only give you nonsensical things. So we create environment within it, and yeah, so you can use AI also. Actually, some preachers, when you have to give a sudden lecture, somebody is asking, Prabhu, can you speak for a few minutes? And you want to remember that subject. You can actually go to ChatGPT. You can just type lessons from Damodar Leela. Right there. It will go around, it will find, and just put ISKCON after that. Then make sure the data is also coming from some ISKCON related thing. It's your search that determines how you want to point it. Right? And then it comes back. It gave very good things. I was like shocked once. I had to give some lecture and I was not properly prepared. I didn't have a laptop. All of a sudden, 5 minutes ahead, I just looked at ChatGPT. It gave me the 4 points. 4 points were enough for me to talk for half an hour. Okay. So you can use everything in Krishna Consciousness, and you can also develop a Bharat GPT, right? Which will be our GPT and which will be fully controlled by our culture and fully controlled by our values and will not be manipulated by anybody else. So if you are able to develop something like that, then you are doing service to Krishna only. Right? Like you have a YouTube, you can create Krishna Tube. Right? You can do something that is useful for Krishna. That is devotional service, Prabhu. Devotional service doesn't mean that you need agarbatti, you need nariyal, you need kumkum and all that. No. Consciousness. That is Prabhupada's greatness is when he named our organization, he named it International Society for Krishna Consciousness. He said consciousness is what's supposed to change. Everything else will follow by itself. Right? So I'll stop it here. What is the time?
10:20.
Huh?
10:20.
10:20? Can we go for another 10 minutes? Is that okay? Okay. 57, text 57. Ya sarvatra na bhi snehas tat tat prapya shubha shubham na bhi nandanti na dveshti tasya prajna pratishtita. Translation, repeat after me. In the material world, one who is unaffected by whatever good or evil he may obtain, neither praising it nor despising it, is firmly fixed in perfect knowledge. Purport. There is always some upheaval in the material world which may be 51? Whose car is 5177? Anybody here? What car is that? Green color. Has anybody brought green color 5177 car? No, हमारा है. Yeah, there is always some upheaval in the material world, which may be good or evil. One who is not agitated by such material upheavals, who is unaffected by good and evil, is to be understood to be fixed in Krishna consciousness. As long as one is in the material world, there is always a possibility of good and evil because this world is full of duality. One who is fixed in Krishna consciousness, not affected by good and evil. because he is simply concerned with Krishna, who is all good absolute. Such consciousness in Krishna situates one in a perfect transcendental position called technically samadhi. This is what we are discussing. So Krishna is telling here, in the material world, one who is unaffected by whatever good or evil he may obtain, neither praising it nor despising it, is firmly fixed in perfect knowledge. Sometimes when the inside part of it comes out in a very different ways. I'll tell you. You go and tell people, there is one devotee. He told, Prabhu, I'm telling people to come to Satsang, they're not coming only. I asked him, what are you telling? He told, you have to come to Satsang, you have to stop tea and coffee, you have to stop onion and garlic, you have to stop this, stop that. Stop non-vegetarian, stop this, They're not coming only. Now, why is he speaking stop tea, stop tea, stop tea? Because he stopped, but his mind has not stopped. He is drinking subtlety. So the one that you are too much attached, when you try to overcome that, the attachment is still remaining. You are trying to pose that you have stopped it. Your mind is playing a game with you. You understand it? So he is not affected by good or bad. Means what? You should become completely oblivion to all those things. A Krishna conscious person is not affected even when he sees bad. For example, when Srila Prabhupada, a Vrindavan sannyasi, in Vrindavan, who translated Bhagavatam, the Mahabhagavata, a Shaktiyavesha, coming from Krishna's world, such a pure soul, when he went to, when he came to America, what is that place name? First place that he stayed. He stayed in a house of Agarwals. And his wife was an American lady, Sally Agarwal. Right? Come on, I'm forgetting the city name where he stayed in. It's in New York State. So, when he went he brought some vegetables. Prabhupada got some puffed rice and some potatoes from India. Because he thought that is what he's going to survive for the next 3 months. Then he got a visa of 3 months, something like that. Now he had to keep the vegetables. When he opened the fridge, he saw cow meat in it. Beef. What he could have done? He's a Sthita Prajna. He's completely Krishna conscious. He just saw a place where it is not kept. He kept his vegetables there, closed the fridge. Tell me how renounced one has to be. Right? And he continued his Krishna consciousness. He started cooking those vegetables for that Agarwal family, that American lady. Even now if you go to YouTube and type Sally Agarwal and Prabhupada, you will hear her talking about Prabhupada. And she only says, what a great Swamiji he was. He used to treat me like his daughter. He started cooking so nicely that we stopped eating anything that we brought. He said, Swami, you only cook for us. Every day he used to speak only positive things. Only, good things. He used to learn about the culture of our Americans. He never judged. That's the greatness of Prabhupada. Though Prabhupada lectures, you will hear a lot of, these rascals, they'll never understand. Prabhupada goes all out, telling those words. But between the words, behind those words, there is compassion. We cannot use the word. I can't use the word rascals in my preaching because I'm not compassionate like Prabhupada. Prabhupada told these Americans are rascals, but he also went and cooked for them. He cleaned their plates. You know what I'm saying? You can be compassionate, then you can also be strong on others. Our mother is so loving to us, she can shout on others. Outside person shouts, you can't take, but a mother shouts, you should take, because she is also so compassionate. Prabhupada is the mother of the entire world in a way, where he was so compassionate to give Krishna consciousness. He never saw faults. If Prabhupada would have seen faults, we would not be sitting here in Gaulidoti doing this satsang. He did not see faults. He was like a bumblebee. He saw what is the best quality he can see in everybody and engage that person in that service. That's all he did. He saw some quality in them. He saw one carpenter, Shyam Sundar Prabhu, and his good wife Malati. Right? He saw good quality in both his husband and wife. Then when they got small, small idol of Jagannath Baldev Subhadra, Malati Mataji, she went to some smuggled store somewhere, some antique store. She went and showed one little white colored doll with two hands. Prabhupada, is this something that you know? Prabhupada said, where did he get this? So Prabhupada, what is it? He kept it on the table, immediately paid obeisance. He says, Prabhupada, who is it? This is Jagannath. Jagannath. He found a small Jagannath doll, like a small wooden piece, like an antique piece in America in 1965. Then Prabhupada asked, did you see another two dolls beside it? You got only one. Did you see? There were one. Please get them. So the American girl, she just went. She went to that store. She got those two other ones. Right? And she brought it and she kept it there. Prabhupada said, Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra. Prabhupada, who are they? Lord of the universe. Jagannath has appeared in America. Right? She said, Prabhupada, he is Krishna. Yes, he is Krishna. He is the most attractive Krishna. Jagat ka Nath. Can't you see his big eyes? Can't you see how beautiful he is? Because his vision was so pure, he could show the same vision to his disciples. And then her husband, Shyam Sundar Prabhu, he's a carpenter. And when Prabhupada saw this, he said, if you want, I can make one. He said, yeah, Shyam Sundar Prabhu, why don't you make one? So he said, I'll make one. So he has a house little away from that place, So he started making one. Prabhupada asked, how is it going? I'm making this big. Very nice. Same. I'm going to paint them, make them. Prabhupada is getting too anxious, to see Jagannath Baldev Subhadra in the biggest form in America. One day he felt, okay, I'll go and see. So in between, without telling, he just went. Prabhupada went to his house and he went to the place, the veranda where he's making that. And what does he see? Shyam Sundar Prabhu is making it, he's smoking, and he's keeping the cigarette on the head of Baladev. Can you imagine? Baladev Murti is there and he's keeping it there. And Prabhupada did not scold him. Prabhupada just asked Shyam Sundar Prabhu, why are you smoking? Don't make this cigarette between you and Krishna, Prabhupada told. He looked into his eyes with compassion. He said, why are you keeping the cigarette between you and Krishna? Between you and Krishna, the cigarette is there. And Shyam Sundar Prabhu just thought, Swamiji, correct only he is telling. Then he threw the cigarette, and that was his last cigarette. He has left cigarette. That is the compassion of an Acharya for what Prabhupada has done for all of us. We see so many faults in each other. No? I'm giving so much donation. That fellow comes, he eats and goes, no donation only. So much importance. What is special in him? I am so doing, I am this, I am that. Prabhupada never saw all those things. He was so compassionate for everybody, every single person. Prabhupada gave the love of Krishna. And that's why so many people became devotees. One girl, they were getting married. They were not married, living together. Janaki Mataji and Mukunda Prabhu. And Prabhupada told, it's not right, you both should get married. Recently, Krishe Prabhu came, he was telling the story. So you should get married. Illicit sex is not good. You should get married. He said, okay, Prabhupada, we'll get married. And Prabhupada said, okay, we'll do the marriage, call your parents. Parents? Prabhupada said, your parents, they'll not come for the marriage? No, I don't think they're interested. I said, really? Prabhupada is shocked with the culture of America. What kind of culture is this? And Janaki Mataji, she has a sister. Her material name I forgot. And she told, my sister is coming, Prabhupada. She's coming for the marriage. Okay. When is she coming? She came. Okay. She was wearing a short skirt, American 18-year-old girl, 19-year-old girl. And she came and Prabhupada told, okay, your sister's marriage is there, we have to cook for the marriage, you come with me. So he took her sister and she was helping Prabhupada cook. And Prabhupada made a feast. For his disciples' marriage, Guru is making a feast. Have you heard of anything like that? That's compassion of a Guru. He's making a feast. And while making the feast, that girl, she has a habit. Like this she's doing, and she said, no, wash your hands. Prabhupada is an old man, they wash your hands. She's wash your hands. Again she's coming, no, wash your hands. Hurry. She got angry. What is this old man? Like too, I don't want to be this old man, the way he's talking. Prabhupada said, wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands, multiple times. Then she's like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to cook here. And he said, okay, I just take a break and come. Prabhupada said, no, you're cooking. I just want to take a cigarette break. I want to go and smoke and come back. Prabhupada looked into her eyes and he told, when we are cooking for Krishna, we don't smoke. But the same sentence, if I tell, it's different when Prabhupada says it's different. Because Prabhupada is giving Krishna a lot of compassion, he told that statement. And it affected her so much. Just a 19-year-old American girl, right? She left cigarettes. She took up devotional service. She came for her sister's marriage, who already became a devotee, and she became a devotee. Then she married another devotee, Gurudas Prabhu. And started serving Prabhupada. And she was such a great devotee of Prabhupada that, if I start talking about her, 8-10 hours will go, and we can keep telling about the glories of Yamuna Mataji. Her name is Yamuna Mataji. She is the one who sang Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. You hear that in Darshanarti. In every ISKCON temple you hear that bhajan. She is the one who sang. She is the one who cooked for Prabhupada. She is the one who did so much service for Prabhupada. ISKCON Vrindavan temple is constructed by her and her husband. Staying here, in between sun, in between so many challenges. Right? She wrote a book on vegetarian cooking that became a bestseller in America. Recipes, how to bring devotion. So many glories. Now all this happened because of the compassion of Prabhupada. Prabhuji, Bhagavad Gita can be understood when you start falling in love with devotees. Bhaktosmi sakachiti. Rahasyam hi edaduttamam. It is a great rahasya sitting inside Bhagavad Gita. You cannot understand it unless you appreciate the greatness of his devotees. When you become a devotee, you will understand Bhagavad Gita. Because Krishna is speaking Bhagavad Gita to a devotee. Arjuna is a devotee of Krishna. Why Krishna did not speak Bhagavad Gita to Duryodhana? Matter settled, na? If Krishna would have called Duryodhana, hey Duryodhana, come here. What nonsense you are creating? I am telling you the Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga. He listened to me. Will he listen? Huh? Will Duryodhana listen Bhagavad Gita? He will not listen Bhagavad Gita. Even if he listens Bhagavad Gita, he will create another Gita called Duryodhana Gita. So that's what people are creating these days. Na? So many Gitas are there in the market. Their own Gita. Whatever I tell is Gita. This Gita, that Gita, that Gita, this Gita. Nobody is giving Bhagavad Gita as it is. What Krishna spoke, what is the mode in which he spoke, what is the message. Though we are going slow in the second chapter. Second chapter is the foundation of entire Bhagavad Gita. Right? We understood what is Karma Yoga, we understood what is Dhyana Yoga, we understood Nishkama Karma Yoga, now we are understanding Samadhi, Sita Prajna. Right? I'll stop it here, we'll take it next week. Any questions? Clarifications, corrections, reflections?
So I want to ask, between the family members, we have attachment towards them. So we'll be having, because of the attachment, we get anxiety, and then our mind is not steady mind when we are having some.
Correct.
How do we keep ourselves as a, just now we read stage of a steady mind. How do we start attending that? Because we are so attached to the family, we get anxiety if something without.
Very good question, Madhya. Did everyone understand the question? I asked this question to one senior devotee. I'll tell you his answer, which I am also trying to apply. Right? Sometimes I apply, I see the result also. One, I'll go on a technical side of it. Actually, when we feel anxiety, he told you sit down and try to find the root cause of that anxiety. You have to give some work to the mind. Why exactly I'm getting this anxiety? Right? Start thinking more and more. Go to the root. some legal dispute happened. Some legal dispute. Okay, so because of the legal dispute, what will I lose? And if I lose that, then why is my mind getting this whole engrossed, focus on that? What exactly is the root? When you go to the root, it will be something to do with your relationship only. This will create some disturbance in some relationship. That is the reason this whole thing is creating a problem. Something like that. Then you work on that relationship, then you say that, okay, now I found out the root. The moment you find out the root, the anxiety will go down. What worse can it do when you understand it that way? What worse can it do? Health also, or wealth also, or anything. What worse it can do? What is the worst thing it can do? Am I ready for that final moment? Yes, I am. If you are able to say that, anxiety is gone. Right? Actually, the root is different. A lot of times when two people fight, the cause of the fight is not known externally. It's rooted inside somewhere. Some person's behavior cannot be understood by any psychologist also. Psychiatrist, whatever book you bring up. The person only has to investigate and he'll know his problem, exact problem, why is he behaving in a certain way. Forget about others understanding you. Even we don't understand why we are what we are. So we have to dwell into it. We have to see what is the root cause. And when the final root cause comes, offer it to Krishna. Krishna, you take care of this. Now I know what is the problem. Right? That is one thing about dealing with anxiety. And another thing, we should understand that these two words, Naham, Namama. Nothing belongs to me, nothing is in my control. Nothing is in my control. And most important thing, this is the final thing. Share it with some devotee. Don't sit in some corner, going through your depression, going through your suppressing yourself, anxiety. No. Maintain good relationships. It's very important. Everybody pray for that. डब्बा नहीं खुल रहा है। तो इतना क्लास बोलने के बाद नहीं खुला तो मेरे को मार देंगे लोग। So share it with the devotee. I am telling you, Mataji. I share it with one devotee. Everything. When I have a problem, when I have some disturbance, I go and share. And when I share, and he gives me an assurance and he puts a hand, a hug, sometimes just listening, it brings down my anxiety. We have to have that relationship. We have to find a friend in Satsang also. There has to be a friend in Satsang. Everybody is a friend. But one or two people who are very, very able to relate to, develop that relationship. And then Krishna consciousness is very sweet. Many big anxieties will come, Mataji. You can't even believe what we are going to face in this world. Horrible things will come. But in bits of all of that, if you have somebody who understands and says, don't worry, things will settle down. Don't worry, what is gone is gone. What is left is still there. Those words, an assurance, and nice hug. Why do we hug in the satsang? We need it. We need it. It's a human, it's just not some ritual, actually. Why do we dance holding the hands? We need it. We need that sangha. We need that bodily act also. When I go to the cows, I tightly hug them. I hug them hold them for a long time. And they also share, they pull out all the anxiety. Actually, that works, Go to a cow and brush it and, hold, cry and tell your problem. And then hug it. My dear mother. She's mother, no? She's mother. So tightly hold and tell your prayer. You'll feel a lot of relief. Many techniques are there. Hare Krishna. Best is being association. Positive association. If you are in anxiety and you become alone, you know what anxiety does, what depression does? It pulls you, makes you alone. That is what they do. All mental disorders, you become alone. As long as you pull yourself from that and be in association, you will be out of it. There is a Mataji I know. She goes through tremendous depression. Depression is a thing that people will not understand until you go through it. No textbook will teach you what is depression. Nobody knows. When I used to say, "Kya depression, bolte rehte?" No. Depression is such a thing that you lose complete control of yourself. You're standing in a bucket of water. You're standing in a bucket of water. You know it's bucket of water. Depression will convince you that you'll drown and die. Your mind will convince you that you're drowning and dying, standing in a bucket of water. That is depression. You can't imagine. Right? So that Mataji went to so many doctors, so many psychiatric tablets. What do doctors do when you go to the depression case? Sleeping tablets they'll give. That's something that will make you numb, which is not good for your long run also, short run also. Instead of that, I told her, Mataji, be regular to Satsang, take up some service in Satsang, do something positive in Satsang, and it's so much helped her. Even now she gets those anxiety attacks. She tells me, Prabhuji, it's a lot better now. Sometimes she gets anxiety. No problem, Mataji. Just be part of the service. Share. If you want to talk to me, talk to me. Or talk to my wife. Or talk to any friend. Just open up. I felt like this. And when you talk, it gets resolved. Talk. That's very important. That's the most difficult thing to do for a depression person. Person in depression or anxiety, they don't talk. But you should know the solution also. The solution is when you talk. And you should find the root cause. What is the root cause that is troubling you? What is that root cause? I don't know if I help you or not, but something.
Completely sorry.
Completely. Hare Krishna. Very well. Yes, bro.
Take a doubt like relation. So one class I asked you that if a person is dying, like they're leaving their body, but then they have spiritual desire, is that okay? And you said that it's fine.
You're leaving your body, but what is that?
You're leaving your body, but then you have spiritual desires, like I want to finish chanting and all those. It's like, is that fine?
Yeah, you can finish that spiritual desire in the spiritual world.
Yeah. And then you gave one class, you gave an example about Prabhupada, that he was about to leave his body when he got to know, and the temple was about to finish. One temple that he was making. So now finishing a temple is a spiritual desire, but then when a devotee asked him, he said that he has no desires.
Correct.
So how do you relate that? It's fine to have spiritual desires, but then Prabhupada ji didn't.
कि कौन से मुहूर्त में पैदा हुआ? Jai, no, wonderful question is asked. Did you all hear the question? Prabhupada, he wanted to build ISKCON Juhu. And he went through a lot of difficulties with, especially that one temple. Prabhupada built 108 temples before he left. In this short span of time around the world. 3 temples he built in India. Vrindavan, Juhu and Hyderabad. 3 temples that Prabhupada personally installed the deities. I think Kolkata also, but I might be wrong. Forgive me. So, he had the tremendous desire that Juhu has to be established. Radha Rasbihari temple. But just before, 2 months before the installation, Prabhupada left his body. So his question is, living with spiritual desire in his mind, is it a good thing? And how did Prabhupada deal with it?
Yeah, like you say that it's fine that you should have spiritual desires, but then why didn't Prabhupada ji have the spiritual desire?
Yeah.
Because.
So, and when somebody went and asked Prabhupada, just in the last words of Prabhupada, just last, it's a few sentences. One of the sentences, his disciple went and asked, Swamiji, Prabhupada, any desire you have? And Prabhupada told in Hindi, Koi ichha nahi hai. Koi ichha nahi hai. Actually, somebody like Prabhupada, he never feels that this temple is being built by me. He always felt Krishna is building the temple and doing a service for him. He had a desire that he wants to do it. But he was not thinking that this temple is for me, like that. No? So even when he was leaving his body, he left it to Krishna. Krishna, you are only building it. I wanted to see it, I wanted to make sure, but I think you will take care from here. Now I am coming to you.
So it's fine to have spiritual desires, but then he didn't have because he knew that it was Krishna's temple.
Yes. And even if spiritual desire is good. Actually, if you have spiritual desire only, you go to spiritual world. No? I want to chant more rounds, I want to do something for Krishna. I want to serve more. Those are all spiritual desires. And devotees do that spiritual desire even on the deathbed. They have a desire, they tell, something related to Krishna. Like his own Gopal Krishna Maharaj. He expressed all his spiritual desires and plans before he died. He wrote in his last will, He wrote, what should happen this, what should happen this, all the things he wrote down. So, devotees are special. They have spiritual desires. There's nothing wrong in having spiritual. Material desire is dangerous because material desire you have to come back. That's the problem. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Want to sing? Let's pray to Lord Narsingadev that protects us from all material desires and He brings the spirit of Krishna consciousness in all of us. बैठो अभी बैठो
नमस्ते नरसिंहाय
Hare
नरसिंह भगवान की जय, लीलानंद प्रभु जी की जय, भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शील प्रभुपाद की जय, जय गॉड प्रेमानंदे।
हरी बोल। मेरे को अच्छा फोन आया। ठीक है, थैंक यू। 3 हरी बोल्स फॉर प्रभु। हरी बोल। महाप्रसादे गोविंदे नाम ब्राह्मणे वैष्णवे स्वल्प पुण्याव्रतं राजन विश्वासो न जायते शारीरा विद्याजा जेडेन्द्रिय त्राहे जीवे फेले विशेषाग्रे तारा मध्य जिव्यति लोभो माहे सुधर्मति डाके जेटा कटन संसारे कृष्णा बलदाय माय गौरी वारे जिभा जाय सा प्रसाद न जिलो भाई श्री व्रत पाओ श्री राधा कृष्ण गुण गाओ जेडे ना कुछ प्रेमे डाको चेतन निताय जय निमाय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्ण कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे श्री राधा माधव प्रसादम की श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की ऑल असेंबल डिवोटीज की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। जोर से बोलो, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। प्लीज ऑनर प्रसाद। Somebody wants to contribute? You can. अपना माइक दूसरा तेरे को दूंगा मैं। इधर
इसके पास खुद का ब्लू कलर का है।
ये ले बोल। नहीं बड़ा माइक है।
अब आप बड़े हो गए ना, बड़ा माइक।
हरे कृष्ण।
बड़ा माइक नहीं, छोटा माइक।
हाँ
हरे कृष्ण।